3-2 series, iba yung need and pressure pag nangyayari yung isa na lang yung kalamangan mo sa serye.
Crowd reacting. Hontiveros getting his second foul. In the meantime, Tagiwa sinks the first free throw, cuts it down in half. It's a 6-3 opening quarter. The fans have come, and they've come in big numbers. As we reported earlier, Vito Lasatin was telling us it was 15,000 strong. And we're close to that here today on a Sunday. We'll get the official number from Willie Marshall, ever reliable on that, in just a moment. In the meantime, that shot rings the bell.
And you know, that's why the Barangay Ginebra fans got excited when he picked up that second personal, because Don Ontiveros has been on fire from three-point range the entire conference.
Villanueva scoots inside, overshoots, contested rebound. Villanueva tracks it down. He will return to where he came from, courts the inside, gets it to bite.
Good sign right there for Barangay Ginebra, because Enrico Villanueva has put his head down and is willing to attack the defense of the big men of San Miguel.
Alto Agustin making no move as far as changing Don Hontiveros. The usual philosophy is after the second foul, you change the player. But he's saying, let's be unconventional for a moment here. Let's see how this develops. Don played excellent defense in game number 2. In the end game, keep that in mind. Kagiwa with the foul here. First on Kagiwa. San Miguel with 2 team fouls. Barangay Ginebra's first team foul by Kagiwa. Arwin courts the outside. How vital is their three-point shooting going to be in this game against Ginebra?
I think with Arwin Santos, it's very important for him to be making those three-point shots, because you know what? Regardless if he makes or misses, he's going to shoot it. So if you're a San Miguel fan, you'd like to see him make it.
Maybe the same line applies for Mark Kagiwa, who just uncorked the triple. Parang burado yung isa. Arwin says, gotcha on the inside. Villanueva out-muscling Santos, but Santos a persistent customer. Below the 8-minute mark, Kagiwa momentarily free, swings it inside, ends up just a tad short. They volleyball it back. No success. Hatfield, that's the aggressiveness you were talking about. Long cross-court pass to Cortez. Cortez dances in the box.
Seb, there's no substitute for confidence, and Mike Cortez right now playing with confidence after having a team-high 16 points in the victory just last Friday.
Kubid trying to energize this crowd. Dish off at the last moment. Goes awry. Okay, the intention was there, but we need cash. Because they were at least passing the ball to each other. We'll pursue that point in just a moment. Take a close look at these two and how they perform today, and I'm sure they want some scintillating performances here today, Jason.
These two are guarding each other on both ends of the court most of the time, and Don Ontiveros right there, he's already put in his share, having his 3 points, while on the other end, Mark Kagiwa already with 5 points. Looking at their matchup so far, pretty close when it comes to points per game, but one thing that you can say about these two guys is they've been the most consistent scorers for their teams the entire conference.
It's nice to have those who play like a best player every night, but it's also important to have those who are consistent, as you mentioned. Back with us here, 1-point lead by San Miguel Beer, stepping out of that timeout. 7 minutes to play. Don.
Let's have one of the stats that I failed to mention while you were looking that was shown on the screen earlier. 50% from three-point range. That's what Don Ontiveros is shooting in this series.
Steal, counter steal. Cortez did not give up in the situation. And Barangay Ginebra knocks at the door, down by just 2. Don looks inside. Arwin, quick pull-up.
If Arwin can get that deep in their offense, mahihirapan si Ronald Tubid, because remember, Ronald Tubid not as big as Arwin Santos, and probably cannot jump as high as well.
Rico Villanueva stepping out, playoff phase for him, has 4 points.
What a big difference the eliminations compared to the semifinals were for Rico Villanueva.
No whistle on that. Did they call him? Yes, they did. It'll go away and be recorded as the first personal of Arwin Santos, below the 6-minute mark of the opening quarter here. Tubid uncorks. A lot of boxing out downstairs, lands in the hands of Artadi. Danny I lobs it up. There is a struggle downstairs. It'll go the other way. Five and a half to go. Hatfield attacks, loses control. Tubid is there to the rescue, but not quite. Artadi gliding slowly, finds himself open. Yes! Sometimes Artadi is surprised that he's so open.
But he knows he's going to be open, Zev. You can see that his guard is staying way, way, way under the basket.
Tubid fakes left, goes right. Shot clock coming down below 10. Nice cut.
Good ball movement, good realization on the part of the Ginebra players to see that Rudy Hadfield lost this man, and Rudy Hadfield with a good finish.
In fact, that was the point we wanted to make before we had one of those timeouts. Ginebra already pushing the ball well, sharing the ball a little better here at the start of this game. As Kagiwa drops to the deck, Arcadi says, I'm guilty of this. And Alex Cabagnot is already at the scorer's table. Oh, sabi sa inyo eh.
You know what? That is respect.
I guess so.
That is respect. Alex Cabagnot been in the league for many years. Finally getting booed when he comes in. When you get booed, that means people respect you.
And now Kagiwa says, okay, respect Cabagnot, but I'm going through. At 19 apiece, but that is such a good point that you just made here. Ontiveros trying to play despite the 2 personals, and Tubid is uncontested for that pickup. The gentle, graceful glide of Cortez. He decides to send it to Hatfield. That movement without the ball is killing San Miguel.
Mike Cortez doing a lot of things in this game. He's been scoring, he's been passing.
Cabagnot with some background music playing while he dribbles the ball. Here's Jay Wash. Hatfield close by, plucks it away. And look at the coaching staff of San Miguel. Kaidik, Tankinsen, and Wichika. Watch this play.
But this is the first pass. Mike Cortez to Rudy Hadfield. That's part 1. Let's see part 2. It's Mike Cortez again to Rudy Hadfield. Both times, Rudy Hadfield had an open look close to the basket.
Nakapag-merienda na ang team ni Direk Rafi Ramano. On the ball tayo today. As Enrico turns, misses. It's in the corner. Kagiwa saves it from sailing out. They have a new shot clock, 20 seconds on it. There's a baseline cut that has been unstoppable for Barangay Ginebra. Tubid escaped, but not all the way. Hatfield almost had it. This crowd bristling with excitement. What a spin! But they miss, and Hatfield picks it up. San Miguel limited to just 1 attempt for every shopping trip. Nice pass to the open Villanueva, who's in battle. Ends up spinning too much. Hatfield!
So we talked about aggressiveness in this game. You'll see right here who's the more aggressive player, who's the more aggressive squad. There's 4 San Miguel players there, 3 San Miguel players, only 1 Rudy Hatfield, but it's still Rudy Hatfield that gets the 2 points.
Game. Yan lang. We just extended the series. We tried to do our best today. It helped that Alex was on the game. It helped a lot that the players still came out to play despite being 1-3 down. Importante yun, and that the players can still find hope and have faith that we can still get this thing.
John Chico is a man of simple tastes and simple explanations. That was the simple analysis of game number 5. But this, what is Ginebra doing so specially today? It's really the sharing of the ball and the aggressiveness on the boards.
Aggressiveness on the board. We saw that at the end or coming into the break. Terms of offensive rebounds, 5 na offensive rebounds sa Barangay Ginebra. San Miguel, iisa pa lamang.
And in total, the Ginebra Gin Kings with 11 rebounds, 7 for San Miguel. 2:22 to go. Barangay Ginebra up by 5. The turnaround. Arwin Santos tries to change the rebounding figures, but cannot claim that rebound. No clear takeaway of possession. Miller already in the party. Bishop at the last moment. Villanueva nudged, but kept his bearing. Here comes the drive by Cortez. Yes! And this is that drive of the Quick-Cat that he made famous nung college pa lang siya.
And Ginebra right now, just a step quicker than San Miguel, getting to loose balls. And that's why it seems every look that they've had uncontested in the first quarter.
And Ginebra has taken nothing but good shots so far. It's a 3-on-2. They stop, they apply the brakes, but they go up and score! That fan is hopeful, of course. What a pass.
What a pass. And what composure on the part of Ronald Tubid. Getting Arwin Santos up in the air. 3-point play opportunity once again para sa Barangay Ginebra. And 3rd foul on Arwin Santos. But you know, Alex Cabot gets booed, and you know, like I said, that is, I feel that's more respect more than anything. But of course, there are other players that get booed because simply the other teams just don't like them.
Life is simple, isn't it? you can try to put some euphemisms and spin on things, but you know, it's just that. In the meantime, Santos will sit down. 3 personals, as you mentioned. JC Intel appears for the first time for Barangay Ginebra. We're down to 1:27. If you just joined us, Barangay Ginebra off to a fiery start. Take a look at the turnovers. There, Bearman struggling there. Jay Washington now connects for his 4th point.
Of all the players of San Miguel, Jay Washington has to be the one that is most aggressive because he's the one that can bring most to the table. His scoring and rebound really critical for San Miguel.
Villanueva's game plan, no post-up. We'll just attack here today.
And he's been successful, Seb. Haharap siya sa basket, tapos aatake siya galing sa labas. He's getting a running start. And usually it's harder to block guys that have a running start.
Intal launches. Peña embraces the basketball and waits for a point guard. Here's Cabagnot. Cabagnot drills it in. Makes it with a left-handed drive. Can shoot with left or right, the left or the right hand with the same ease or with such dexterity in the meantime. Villanueva is isolated. First time we see him do a post-up. JC Intal changes directions. Miller, quick release because there was only 1 second remaining on the shot clock. Mek, by the way, is in the game.
It's just a smart play on the part of Willie Miller. Hindi niya na kinasa yung bola dahil alam niya maubos na yung shot clock nila.
Ginebra coaching staff looks like they're swimming in the air. They're making signals along the sideline. Cortez in the dance. Blocked by Washington. That will not work. And this first quarter comes to an end. Each side has its reason for wanting to win.